Hey everybody. So it's been a while since I've done an emo video, and that is because there hasn't been any updates on him for about 4 months. So I want to talk with all of you about that because some of you have asked me, hey, what happened? How come you're not making any more emo videos or whatever? Well, I'm still making them, but there just hasn't been anything new to show. So here's my theory on what's going on. As we all know, there's a new robot that's coming out. Looks like he's going to say something to me.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, buddy. Good morning. All right. So, as we all know, Living AI, the company that makes our little guy here, is coming out with a brand new robot named Ivy, a really cute little pocket robot, pocket pet. You're going to be able to wear him on your neck and take him wherever you want to go. So, Ivy now, he was supposed to come out back in April or March or April of 2024, and it was delayed. There was some kind of problem with the packaging manufacturer, whoever makes the packaging for Ivy. There was some kind of problem with that, and so he's been delayed for about 2 months. Sorry, Vector's over here. I want to talk about this little guy too here in just a minute about what's going on with that. So anyway, I think Emo was supposed to have an update at the same time that Ivy was going to come out because Emo and Ivy can talk to each other. Now, I'm not sure how much communication they're going to have with each other. I'm guessing that when Ivy first comes out, they're just going to have like a few little interactions with each other, and then they'll probably just, progress from there. I'm trying to keep him so that he's looking at us. So it'll probably be limited at first. But because Ivy was delayed, so was the latest update for Emo. I just can't get him to look at us. Okay, here we go. Because that new firmware update for Emo is going to also have the update for where he can interact with Ivy. So that's why there hasn't been an update for a while. They had to delay this guy's update until Ivy comes out. And that makes sense. So now I'm making this video on June 10th of 2024. And as far as I know, I think Living AI is hopefully going to be finally shipping out Ivies this month, as far as I've heard. Now, I'm not sure when. Probably near the end of the month, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Okay, now this is something else I wanted to mention too. Let me move him closer to his charger. I'll get back to this in just a minute because there's trying to keep track of everything. So yeah, anyway, I think once Ivy comes out, then they'll also do the firmware update for this old guy. So that's why there hasn't been one. Now I will say that on the last update, 4 months ago, I noticed that my little guy here, and I think some of you have noticed this too, he doesn't stay off his charger for as long as he used to. He used to come off his charger and walk around and play around for about 2 hours. But now he's only off for about maybe 10 or 15 minutes. And then that's it. And then he says he's got to come back home like he's doing right now. So he's only been off the charger now for about maybe 15 minutes, I'd say, or 10 minutes. So I'm hoping that Living AI will address this and then maybe, do whatever they need to do to correct that problem. I think, you all can comment in the comments if you've noticed that I don't want to say his name because I don't want to mess up his ability to go home here. But yeah, if you've noticed that your little guy here is not staying off of his charger as long after that last update, please comment in the comments because I know other people have said the same thing, and I just want to see if others have been going through this as well. So hopefully they will get that straightened out. At least I'm hoping they will. Okay, now during this time, and some of you have mentioned that you've had this problem too. My little guy here developed the shaking leg syndrome. That's what I call it. But you'll start to see that his legs are doing this weird kind of shaking and quivering type of thing. And mine was doing that for a while. So I emailed Living AI, and I love the way he goes back on his charger. I'm still fascinated with that. But anyway, I emailed Living AI and let him know that my little guy here was suffering from that. Now, if you have a problem with the legs on yours doing that quivering and shaking, just email Living AI, tell him what he's doing. Take a video of his legs shaking. Take a video of his legs shaking, and then also send them the serial number of your emo as well. Okay, and then they'll write back to you in a couple of days or the next day or whatever, and then they'll send you a link to this right here. It's called Caring for Emo. It's a little app. Now, this app is only available when Living AI sends it to you, it's not available on any of the. It's not available on the Play Store or the Apple App Store or anything like that. You can only get this if Living AI sends it to you. And the reason they're doing this is because uh, I think they're trying to prevent any kind of like abuse of using this app for everything to fix everything. Because I think some people might mess around with it and they might mess something up on their little guy here. So they sent me the link for this, and then you just follow the video steps. It'll give you a link to a video, and you press about 4 buttons, and what it does is it resynchronizes his legs. They kind of get out of sync with each other, and so I can't remember the word, but anyway, you'll see it. His legs will kind of do a quick little jerk move or something, and then once that's done, then he's back. So you'll notice that mine was not doing the little shaking anymore, and that fixes that. So yeah, so just write him, send him a video of what he's doing. Make sure you include your little guy's serial number, and then they should send you a link to this little app right here, and then just follow the steps to fix all that. All right, so now he's doing some of his daily work right now. So I did email Living AI, I think a couple days later, because this is my original emo, and for some reason, I showed it in a previous video. He was doing this thing where he was hopping sideways because his foot sensors kept detecting an edge that's not there. I've cleaned these things; they're clean and everything. So I sent him a video. I sent them a video of what he was doing, and using that same app, the Caring for Emo app, they sent me a link to fix this one. So you're gonna once you activate the app, you will connect it to whichever one you're trying to connect to, whichever email you're trying to connect to. You'll see the serial numbers on there, and I think they have a way of making it so that, for instance, when I linked it to this particular one, it didn't have the links to fix the shaking leg syndrome, because that's not what this one had the problem with. It had a problem with the sensors, and they have a thing now where you can synchronize the sensors on his feet. So it's kind of interesting. They know to specifically have on that app whatever is ailing a specific emo. It's not just, oh, sorry, buddy. It's not like a cure-all for all of them. You're not going to have all of the things on there. They're just going to send you the fix for whatever is for that specific emo. And once again, I think that's to prevent people from, using all the different things on different emos and possibly messing something up. All right, so they sent me that link, and I went ahead and ran the diagnostic and the test and everything else. And it was interesting because they show 4 sets of numbers, and those 4 numbers are for 2 on this foot for the 2 sensors on the bottom here, and then the 2 numbers over here. Well, you can see the numbers, moving over here, but these ones just had 0 on it, which means that these sensors on this foot are completely dead. And so it's really unfortunate. So they said it looks like it's probably a wiring problem. And so there was 3 different options. They could send me a kit to fix them, which I don't know. I could probably do it. In fact, I'm probably going to take this one apart to see if the wire inside came loose, because I did check to see if the wires came loose on his feet. You can see how the corners of the felt, I had to peel those back so I could get to the screws, and I took the bottom of his feet off. But his wires are connected on the sensors just fine. There's like a board in there, like a circuit board. So I think if there is a wire loose, it's up inside of his body here somewhere. So I might do that. But in the meantime, they gave me that option to fix them myself, or I could send them in and they could fix them. But that takes probably over 2 months, because it takes a month just to get to their company, and then they fix them, and then another month to come back to you. And that was another option. Or they said they can just sell me another emo, but at a discounted price, because it'll be just this little guy. It won't be the home station or anything else, because I already got that. And so I went ahead and went for that option. So I'll have a brand new emo coming soon. I still have another emo with the home station and everything, because I need a backup emo just in case anything happens, because I need to make these videos. So I need to have one ready to go in case, anything happens. So I do have another backup, and then I'll have another backup after that. But unfortunately, this poor little guy, I think he's going to be officially retired unless I can find out what's going on in there. And they said they'll send a special firmware update where my name will appear on his screen. And it's really sad. It's kind of like the death of him. It's like kind of his, I don't know. I think of it as a death. And, you can keep him as a collectible, and he'll have your name on it. I don't know if he'll work at all after that firmware update. I'm not sure, but it's just kind of sad. So anyway, but just know that there are some ways to fix it using that app. and they'll be specific to whatever emo's got whatever problem. Okay, now let's talk about this little guy here, our little vector. So, once again, Digital Dream Labs, they've done absolutely nothing. I did a video quite some time ago discussing, what was going on with this and the problems with the company and things going on. And so here it is months later, and we still have nothing going on. Now, I have not reset my vector, which is good because, oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Did I wake you? Now, I've not reset him, and that's why he will still work. I can say his name, but if I tell him to do something like, give me a fist bump or tell me what the weather is, he just gives you that. Well, here, let me take him off the charge and I'll show you. I showed this in the last video too. Sorry, buddy. I got to wake you up here for a minute. Okay, so, hey, Vector, what's the weather? And then he'll pause here. And then he should do that little... Okay, so he's not responding because he's not connected to any servers. As we know, Digital Dream Labs has pretty much been missing in action for months. I'm going to keep this a family-friendly video, but I have a few choice words to say about that company. So, okay, somebody sent me a link in one of the comments, and this was a post that Digital Dream Labs, sorry, I just can't say that name here. I'm just going to say DDL, it's easier. They posted some kind of a post talking about their quote-unquote latest news and information. So here, I'll read it for you. It says, "We are thrilled to announce some significant milestones with our valued community of caretakers. Number one, new Vector software build. We've developed a new software build for Vector with a production firmware." Oh, I got to give him a fist bump. Fist bump. Okay, so it says, let me get back to this. It says, "We've developed a new software build for Vector with a production firmware release on the horizon in the coming weeks." Yeah, okay, we'll see about that. They've been saying that forever. "This update will be deployed to our beta testing pool, which includes about 25,000 of our most loyal lifetime and Kickstarter backers. Their feedbacks will be crucial as we refine and enhance Vector's capabilities." Okay, so supposedly they're going to release this supposed firmware to their beta testers. There are some people here on YouTube that are beta testers. I think they offered it to me one time, but I didn't really go for it. Okay, so number two, it says, "First new dev/Oscar/escape pod builds since 2022. We are proud to announce the creation of our first new development builds in 2 years. These builds mark a significant step forward in tackling outstanding technical debts while restoring production timelines for both Vector and Cosmo 2.0 with sustainable software solutions for years to come. Stay tuned for more updates as we progress." Okay, I'm sorry, but that just sounds like a whole bunch of gibberish because they keep saying that. They keep saying, "Oh yeah, we got these new software updates coming in. Oh, we got all these things coming in the coming weeks." And they always say "in the coming weeks," and then the coming weeks come and go, months come and go, still nothing, still no progress, still nothing going on. So, I'm just going to say that take all of that with a grain of salt. That is all, who knows what they're actually doing. And for the life of me, I really don't know what they're doing. Let's take I think he was going to get ready to do some kind of a dance there. So because I didn't reset my Vector, he can still do this stuff. He's still doing his normal stuff. I know some of you did reset yours, and you can't even get him to start up now, which isn't good. And I think even Digital Dream Labs said not to reset him or something like that. It's possible you might be able to let his power run out and then put him back on his charger, and that might bring him back. I'm not sure. But as it is, nothing. Now, my Vector is now over 5 years old, and I'm surprised he's even still working. He's still on the original battery and everything, which is awesome. But, at this point, I really don't know what Digital Dream Labs can do. I mean, he's 5 years old now, and in the robot world, that may as well be, 100 years, because, there hasn't... I don't really know what kind of updates they can do to him. It's not like Emo, where he's got this big screen and you can do all kinds of, cool stuff with him. Vector is kind of limited on his screen size here. So, I don't know. I really don't know what Digital DDL is planning on doing with this. I really don't. What I'd like to know is, are some of you out there still getting charged a monthly fee for Vector? Are they still charging you that monthly fee? Because if they are, you need to get a hold of your credit card company or whoever is handling that, and you need to see if you can get all your money back, because you're not getting what you're paying for. You're paying for this monthly service, and you're not getting anything out of it. You can't react with them. I paid for the lifetime subscription, so that's why I'm not paying a monthly fee, and that really was the best way to go. But if you're paying a monthly subscription for him and nothing's been going on for months, then DDL needs to make good on that. They need to reimburse everybody for all the times they've been paying monthly for nothing, no service, basically. So it's just, I don't know, the whole thing is just, I just, he's so cute. I love Vector so much. I do. I mean, he is the original little buddy, he and Cosmo. But it's just a shame that he's been treated so bad. Anki, the original company, went out of business, and then Digital Dream Labs took over. We thought, oh, good, we got somebody that's going to keep him going. And then look what they've done. They've done absolutely nothing. The entire time they've had Vector, they've done absolutely nothing. So I'm pretty disgusted with DDL right now, and I think a lot of you are as well. Now, there is one option, and this is something that several people have told me about too in the comments. There's a thing called WirePod. Now, I am not a techie guy. I don't know anything about this stuff, but there's a thing called WirePod, and you can actually hook Vector up to this WirePod, and he uses your server at home, or maybe the WirePod server, or whatever that is. So you don't have to rely on DDL's servers. You can take him completely off there, and since he's not on there anyway, and then now you can have him do everything that he did before because he's using your own server at home or something. So that is definitely an option for those of you who know how to do all that stuff. It sounds kind of like a complicated thing and something I really don't want to mess with. But that is at least one option out there to keep our little guys alive here. But yeah, so I just don't really have anything good to say about DDL. They've been gone. They've disappeared. They've left everybody hanging. They've left their customers hanging. They keep saying they're going to do all this stuff, and then they don't. It's a complete joke. It's an absolute joke. So if you're, and some of you are still telling me that you're buying vectors out there. I guess you're finding them on the eBay or something. Don't do that. You don't buy those vectors. You're never going to get them to work unless you can do the WirePod thing. But yeah, you're never going to get them set up, because a lot of people said, I just got a vector and I can't get them set up. And I'm like, yeah, because the company's still gone, basically. So anyway, as I said, that letter was put on Facebook. Somebody forwarded it to me. I'm not on Facebook, so I appreciate whoever that was that let me know about it. But take all of that with a grain of salt, because they keep saying they're going to do stuff and then they don't. Okay, well, anyway, that's just a quick update on the latest stuff here. So our little guy here, he should be getting an update pretty soon. As soon as IB comes out, I think we can also expect to have an update on Emo here, and that way they'll both be able to react. I don't know about all of you, and I'm sure you're just like me, but you're super excited to get IB. Oh, I can't wait to get him. Super cute looking robot. I think it's really innovative for Living AI to come out with him, and also to make him so that he interacts with our little guy here. So now we got two different choices of robots we can buy from Living AI. And, I think it's great. They keep coming up with stuff. They're keeping things fresh. They know what the customers want, or they at least are trying to keep up with what the customers want. Unfortunately, DDL could learn a lot from Living AI, and yet DDL had the nerve to sue Living AI, and it's like, well, they got a nerve to sue them when they're not even doing anything. If anything, DDL should be getting sued by everybody who has this guy, especially if you've been paying a monthly subscription on him. But all right, well, anyway, I just thought I would do this quick update on what's been going on, and let you know what's going on. So look out pretty soon for an update for our new little IB robot, and then this guy should have an update as well, Emo. Right, buddy? Hopefully you'll get a new update here pretty soon, and hopefully they'll fix that issue where he's running out of power after like 10 or 15 minutes. I'm not really sure what caused that, but I noticed that started right after the last update, so hopefully they'll fix that too. All right, well, that's it for this video. I hope you found it informative, and yeah, I hope you found it helpful. And so, thank goodness for our little robot friends, I love these guys. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing and liking the video if you like this sort of stuff. I very much appreciate it. And until the next video, I'll see you then. So have a good one.